This video was supposed to have a completely different topic, but now that that idea is gone, I am just going to be talking about ideas. So, welcome back to another Yap session where I overthink every aspect of my life until I eventually come up with something entertaining to talk about. Today we're talking about good ideas and whether or not having them is a good idea. I'll always start out a project or something, or even a video for that matter, with an idea. And I don't know why I put so much emphasis on having the idea, right? It's kind of almost like it's almost like fun to fantasize about how you're going to execute your idea, you know. You have it in your head and you're just going to go out there and create this awesome, amazing thing from the ground up and just your skills and whatnot. And then you get there and you realize, oh, I don't have the time or the energy or maybe the skill to do that. And it gets a little bit disappointing. And you're like, well, what happened? Because I had such a good idea. How could it just flop like this? And it got me thinking about how when you have a good idea, you are creating an expectation, I think. Or at least I am. And I'm learning how to sort of get over this, but I'm creating an expectation in my head that the idea is going to be enough to carry the project. Sometimes it is. Like, sometimes it's inspirational enough to inspire you to do something, but most of the time, if I'm thinking of a good idea, I'm going to do my best to sort of execute that. I don't think that is exactly the healthiest thing to do, because of this simple little rule that I've kind of figured out, and I believe there's a quote too. I forget who it's from, but it's something like, the acceptance of a bad experience is a good experience, and then the expectation of a good experience is a bad experience, you know, hoping for that good experience, paraphrasing. But yeah, so it got me thinking about that and how ideas might be similar. You might have a fantastic idea, you go to execute it, and it's just not as good as you thought, right? Sort of a perfectionism thing. Which leads me to what we can do about it, right? What do we do if we're having good ideas but we're not able to execute them? Well, try executing bad ideas. Or at least this is something that I've been doing recently, and it's worked like a charm. When you have a dumb idea in your head, suddenly execution isn't a problem. You just sort of hop into it, you know, you have just this little dumb idea. Oh, let me put this on a piece of paper, right? You know, whereas your amazing magnum opus, masterpiece, third eye opening piece has to be this thing that you've created in, you know, a software, your digital art space, you know. Just like throw down a doodle. Your dumb idea could become like your next masterpiece, right? So yeah, I guess the title of this video is Don't Have Good Ideas, which I must admit is a little bit clickbaity, and it should probably be except, you know, don't create expectations for yourself when you have a good idea to execute it to perfection. But obviously, don't have good ideas is a lot shorter and a bit more attention grabbing. But yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and kind of talk about that a little bit. Oh yeah, about dumb ideas, I had this line where I was gonna say like, maybe the only thing that's dumb about the dumb idea is the fact that you think it's dumb. I don't know, that sounded kind of hard in my head. So there you go. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of come on here as a little reminder, possibly, to anyone who's out there doing anything creative. Do something dumb. Do something really dumb, because it will open the doors for the serious stuff. If you can't be serious about being, you know, funny or being goofy, there's a good chance you're going to have a hard time being serious about being serious, you know? It's just an experience thing. So, to anyone that may have helped, Thanks for watching. If you already know this stuff, maybe it was a bit of a reminder. Also, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.